Here at Decagon, I'm the hydrology product manager. I work primarily with the instruments that measure water flow through soil, water activity, and the bulk of our laboratory instruments for making these measurements, including the TrueDry, which we use for measuring moisture content. One of the things when you're a soil scientist, oftentimes you have to make gravimetric water content measurements. What that process entails is taking samples, various sizes, various amounts. What you have to do is take these samples, place them in an oven for 24 hours, then come back in 24 hours, take the sample out, let it cool, weigh it, and then you want to put it back in the oven again to make sure it's actually fully dry. And you have to repeat this process sometimes over and over. It's a time-consuming process and definitely my least favorite process. So my favorite aspect of the TrueDry versus conventional drying oven is the amount of time it actually takes to dry the sample. When you actually run samples in the TrueDry, you'll see that in most cases, it takes less than 2 hours to dry a sample. So you can get a lot of throughput and a lot of samples done in a day with relatively little input. The other true advantage of the TrueDry is after it's finished drying the samples and you've had a stable weight of the sample, it then passes desiccated air and continues the drying process. It always brings it down to the exact same dryness point. You're always going to get a consistent measurement. Obviously, the most important part is getting the data over to your computer. That way you can start doing science. Everything is done on the TrueDry and it outputs the file that you need. Most of us use Excel files or CSV or some type of text file. The TrueDry can do that. All you do is plug the flash drive in, output the file that you need, go back to your computer, and you're rolling with the data that you need. Science is complicated enough. Let's not make it more complicated by having to use complicated or hard to use instruments.